What's up, Walt? We're gonna spend today's vlog taking a look at your childhood home, buddy. I'm gonna spend some time talking about good things that I remember. Alright, so as you guys see, this is really a mess. A real mess. I gotta be careful to not step on anything that's hazardous, because I'm sure this house is not as safe as it used to be. Well, the ceiling's about to fall on me. Oh, wow. Damn, Walt. Feels like just yesterday, dog, and the spider webs everywhere. Damn, I remember being in this kitchen with you, Walt. I remember being in this kitchen like a little kid. Remember looking at your refrigerator. Y'all was always afraid to go to the basement, right? You and Nina? Y'all was afraid to go to the basement. There was a sink here, another counter here. The refrigerator was over here. I'm surprised there's still a refrigerator inside here. They didn't scrap that yet. Yeah, man, this was the kitchen. You always come in, there'll always be a couple plates and bowls inside the sink. That little soapy sud bubble bath thing to clean up the pots and the pans later on. Oh, man. It's crazy, dog. Me and Walt just came into this house not too long ago. Me and Walt actually came into this house probably like a year and a half ago. We broke in here before they did the boarding out front. This was Miss Rosa's cabinet. Miss Rosa, his mother, was a librarian. I had his mom for a library in 2nd and 3rd and I think like 4th grade. She taught at my elementary school. And him and his sister used to go to the same elementary school. So for me, I felt like kind of nervous, like dang, if I get in trouble, she's gonna knock next door and tell my pop. She always used to tell me, I'm gonna tell your father. And I can imagine how they had it, because their mom worked at the same school that they went to, and she was a librarian. So it was like, you know, she was really, really educated. Their mom was really firm on education. It's sad to see the house like this, because I can't count how many times his mom tried to revive this house. See, his mom lived in here with his step-pop. His step-pop, for the most part, was a pretty cool dude, except he was more passive. As you can see how this house looks this way, not because of his mom, but because of his step-pop. Let me try to get over here without stepping on anything, because I remember last time we were in here, there was needles in here. People, ouch. People were what's that called? Squatting? Yeah, squatters were squatting here. And they were literally coming in here to live in here. Wow, this was his living room, dog. This was his living room. They were Jehovah's Witnesses, so they didn't really celebrate holidays. But I do remember on an occasion or two, there being a little tiny tree right here, like a small one. Look at all these webs. It's crazy, dog. Yeah, the sofa was here. There was another sofa here. There was 2 sofas, so this was kind of like the little living room area. That was the dining room area. Miss Rosa, which was a librarian, I was talking about that cabinet earlier. She had books, like all in that jar, and then a bunch of books inside that china cabinet with like some chinaware and stuff. Dog, this is mind-blowing, dog. The scent in here, this is one of the closest things that I have to Walt's scent. Because you know how when you walk by somebody's home, especially if you have friends, you know, everybody got their own distinct scent in their house. Like, you know, for example, I used to go knock on my homie Andy and Nilo's door, and they had their own distinct scent. You know what I mean? Well, this house smells like Walt's distinct scent, like his family's scent, minus the trash. Like the trash is just a new addition when the house became vacant. Now I'm gonna try to get upstairs, guys. I gotta be very careful, because I don't know what's in this trash, and I'm not trying to step on no needles. I don't have strong protective boots on, so Anything can happen. Man, Walt. Yo, I was trying so bad to convince Walt to get this house and rehabilitate it. And for many years, because, you know, there were ups and downs in this house for their family as a whole. They had some pretty, I would say, bad memories here too. But for a while, he didn't want nothing to do with it. And then, like, within the past 2 years, like, I convinced him, like, dude, it's possible. I think you can get it. Like, his mom didn't care about the property. His step-pop could care less about the property, as you can tell. His step-pop ended up leaving. I'm like, whoa, dog, take your childhood home, bro. Like, this would be your first home. I remember telling him, like, I was like, dog, forget the way it looks, because he was more concerned about the way it looks. He like, Jay, you know how much it's gonna cost? You know how much it's gonna cost to like fix it and repair it? Dog, like little by little, I'll help you. I told him I would help him every week, clean this out and take trash out every week, dog. I didn't mind helping you. Nobody wanted to help him, dog. His family, nobody wanted to help him, dog. Like, that's the truth, dog. Nobody believed in Walt. Nobody believed in him enough for him to bring this back to life. We tried several occasions. I looked it up. I looked up the taxes, and I looked up, like, to see if, you know, whose name was it under, and like, all of that stuff. And I was willing to do as much as I could, but, like, I could only do but so much. Like, I'm not financially equipped for that, and, you know, I don't have all of the legal means to make this his. But I tried talking to him so many months, like, dude, you got this. And I believe it was sold off, guys. I believe they sold it in an auction like 2 months ago. That's why they boarded it up. So my best friend's childhood home is no longer even his family's home no more. I gotta step wisely because these floors a little soft. This is their bathroom. This is the bathroom. I remember using this bathroom. I remember taking a pee right there plenty of times. Their bathroom was way bigger than ours. This house was way bigger than ours. This was a huge house. I think this was once a bedroom. That's what he told me. He said this was once a bedroom and they converted it into a bathroom, because I think the original bathroom was right over here. I believe this was the original bathroom. This was the original one, and then somewhere along the line they converted it. And then they made this a bathroom, which makes sense. It's a lot bigger. But this house is pretty darn huge, yo. This is Mr. Mike's room, or was Mr. Mike's room. A couple other people rented this room as well. Mr. Mike was his step-out. A couple other people rented this room as well as Walt stood in it a few times. His sister stood in it a few times, etc., etc. I remember when we were kids and we had to come in early because we had like curfew. I remember that. I'm looking down on the ground to make sure I don't step on anything. See, needles. You see? That's the exact reason why I got to keep my eyes on the ground. I remember I used to be across from, like, in this, like, for example, this at one point was his sister's room, Nana. So this was Nana's room, and on the other side was our bathroom inside our house. So there was a window right there. And when we had like curfew, we had to come in early. This is, mind you, when I was like 10, 11, right? Him and his sister used to be right here out this window, and I used to be out that window. We used to play with toys and pass toys and all back and forth, because we still wanted to like see each other, and we still wanted to play. But you know, we had to come in. We had curfew, so that's crazy, though. I got a video in this room with his sister and my guy Andy and Mr. Mike that we shot when I think Walt was, I think he was at Puerto Rico or something. Yeah, my guy Walt knew Spanish. He knew Spanish better than me, man. He knew Spanish better than me. He lived in Puerto Rico for 2 years. I remember when he left for those 2 years, I was so heartbroken. It was probably like when he was like, what was it, like 12? I know for 2 years, he left my life. And it hurt. Him and his sister both left. Wow, look at this. This was one of his rooms. This was a couple people's rooms. Again, wow, there's needles, guys. A bunch of needles. Tons and tons of needles. Look at it. Tons of needles. Everywhere. Look at. So, approach with caution. Yeah, man, like You don't even know. Like, oh, there's a TV right there. That's crazy. Yeah, that was Walt's closet right here. Ain't no writing on this wall, is there? No, it'll probably be upstairs here. Let me make sure there ain't no writing inside this right here. Oh wow, I just spilled a whole thing of water. Wow, that's probably gonna smell horrible in a little bit. I wonder if this TV works. It's a good question, right? TV works? Or is it messed up? Then there's crack jars in here and everything. Yeah, that wasn't due to Walt. That was due to the people who were stooping here. Like, there's people, when they found out it was abandoned and Walt's peoples no longer lived here, they took advantage and moved in. And it's crazy. I used to walk up here with no problem. Like, his mom's probably go just go up and go to his room, and I would just walk up and come in here and what's up, Walt? What's up, Walt? Like, to think that I say we lost the house because this family is just as much as my family. Like, they're like an extended family to me. When we lost the house and I found out that they sold it, I'm just like, I was hurt, man. I was heartbroken because I was trying so much for him to get it so he can stay in the family. He could rehabilitate it, maybe live up here, and then do videos downstairs. I told him, like, you could turn downstairs into like a green screen studio or something, you know? I'm gonna pick up this penny because I collect pennies. Find a penny, pick it up all day long. Yeah, good luck. I miss you, Walt. Who's this over here in this picture? Who's this over here? Who is this? Oh, I can't even see. I know it ain't Walt. That's crazy. Man, that thing I tilted over stink. It smelled like pee. Do I know any of these people? Nope, I don't know any of these people. I know this is his brother. This is his brother, the one that told me. The one that told me about Walt passing, this was his brother. Yep, again, this is his brother. Wow. Oh man, guys. I wish my buddy could still be in here. I wish my buddy could still be in here. Laptop. Yeah, it was really stupid in here. Sucks, dog. I know anybody who knows him, and if they watch this and they've been in here, Andy, you know, I think Nilo been in here once or twice. Orlando might have been in here once or twice. But the thing about that was, I was with him always. I was always with him. Like, when everybody went into their own respective homes, he was my neighbor, and we always had a chance to, like, still talk, even though we had to go in, and we would still talk. Who's this? These pictures, though. Oh my God, this is a picture of Walt. Oh my God, this is his graduation picture. Yo, oh my God, look at his mom. Oh my God, this is his mom inside the living room downstairs. And that's his sister. That's like his twin sister. She's not a real twin, but she looks just like him. They were born a year apart, and a day apart, actually. Look at, that's the living room. That's when the living room used to be. Look at the books that I was talking about in the bookshelf. I guess they had the chair formulated in a different way there. I'm not sure what year is this. Yo, does this say the year? I can't even see. 04. June 13th, 04. Oh, I wish I could go to 04. Look at my guy. Whoa. Handsome dude, brother. You did it, bro. You beat all the statistics, all the minority statistics of you being a dark-skinned brother individual coming from the hood, and you graduated not only high school, but you graduated college, dog, with a bachelor's degree, dog. Like, I'm keeping this picture. I'm so heartbroken to see this, yo. Like, Yo, let me put this down, dog, because this is too much. Oh my God, I think I just... Damn, his face was here too, and I kind of ripped it. I'm sorry, Walt. That wasn't intentional, dog. Look at that, man. Picture of his sister. Who this? I don't know who these people are. There's some random pictures in here. Yo, I found a picture of Walt. Yo. Not to mention that if you look at his sister, you probably can't even see it. You look at his sister, and then you look at him, they looked just alike. Yo, that caught me off guard. I'm telling you, yo, like, a lot of people say it's alright, he's in a better place, you know, he's in heaven now, he's in this, he's in that. Like, that's not an acceptable answer for me. That's not. Everybody says that because they didn't spend a real close time with him. Like, you may have spent a few occasions with him, or they separated over the years. Maybe 15 years went by and they grew numb because they didn't chill with him on the regular as an adult. I was 30 years old still chilling with him on the regular. Like, Bendito, my guy, man. Now this was his main room. This was one of his main rooms in here. Wow. Oh, look at his W. Let me make sure I'm not stepping on anything crazy. Look at his W right here. This is his room. This was his room right here. All this right here, this writing was not him. This writing was not him right there. Somebody else wrote that. That must have been the people that was stupid. The writing that was him. Wow, there's fake bills here. A fake $1 million bill. And I see another fake bill over here. This wasn't Walt either. But I might just take those for memorabilia. But this was his W. If you look on the back of his neck, well, on the back of his neck there was a tattoo of this W. Me and him, we both drew growing up. Everything I did, he did. So like, even when I considered going vegan, in a heartbeat, he didn't think twice. On his own, he educated himself, and in 3 to 4 weeks, he was doing his best to try to stop eating animal products. But it was hard for him because, you know, financially, he couldn't afford vegetables, and the people he was staying with were meat eaters. So it was kind of hard for him, and I understood, like, yo, that's his NEM. NEM, that's an old NEM. Oh, here's another Nemism. Oh, snap, look at the Tunism. Look at the Tunism, dog. Yo, that's my old Tunism. Does it say a year? Yo. Oh, look at his NEMs. Nem. Yeah, so back what I was saying about the result wear was that we both did like a lot of similar things. Every time I did something, he did it, or vice versa. So I had this little clothing line called Ill-Minded Ink, where I would use acrylic paint, and with the acrylic paints, I would do like Moschine on the clothes. If you look up Moschine, if you Google Moschine, it was a name brand where they used acrylic paints. It's like the puffy paint. And I was making clothes, and he was making clothes too, and he was designing his own stuff, and that was his stamp, W, because his name was Walt. So Wazaltware was his, you know, his name was Walter, but he called it Wazaltware, because he also had another nickname named Wizzy. So yeah. Damn, Scott. Let me see what's over here, bro. Let me see what's over here. Wow, he was tagging up a lot, bro. Don't laugh at his hand, y'all. That was probably 10, 11 years ago. Like, he hasn't lived in here in a while. Look at another one, Nem Ski. Look at Nem. A little Nem throwy. You go, Walt. Wow, bad Nem. Ha. Yo. I can't believe this, dog. Look at, there's a needle right there. Look at that. Not only is there a needle right there, but I just stepped on like 20 crack jars. So that's messed up, dog. This is his childhood room, and this is what it's looking like. His bed was right here in the middle. His bed was right. He had like a full-size bed, and it came out to like right here. And then there was a TV right here. So like when we used to sit right here, you know, you can look at the TV. Yo, I'm blown away, yo. You know what I'm gonna take? I'm gonna take this right here. Not this. There's a lot of DVDs in there, might I add, but guess what? I don't even want them. Because those DVDs didn't belong to Walt. Those DVDs belong to whoever was stooping here. Look at this ball, it's a basketball. This wasn't Walt's ball either, so I don't care about it. Whoever was stooping here decided to try to like make it a home. Drug guy, nursing drug guy. Wow. Whoever was stooping here is surely into drugs. But what I'm gonna keep is this right here. I'm gonna keep this. You know why? Because this has been here. Matter of fact, let me put this down. I'm gonna take this off because this has been here. This is here from when Walt used to live here. I don't want nothing that's in it, though. This is from Walt's room. I'm keeping it, dog. Like, this is my guy, man. Love you, Walt. Oh snap! Almost broke it, Walt. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I almost broke your John, dog. That was by mistake. I didn't expect it to be like so fragile like that. There you go. There you go, brother. There you go, brother. I'm sad that I even have to be here doing this, so. All I'm saying is, man, I wake up crying, I go to sleep crying. Nothing, no amount of words is ever gonna fix or replace this. There's a permanent glitch in my life. I can never get him back or anybody like him. I just need answers. I want answers. I've been taking some time to think and I've been trying to add up all the math and the math ain't making sense. I'm gonna finish off today's vlog with a couple facts. Here are the facts. Or supposed to be facts. To my knowledge, he was flying out on Friday, which was yesterday, 9/11. If you flip the month 11 and then the day 9 in reverse, that's when he was flying out. He passed away on Wednesday, 7/11. 2, which is 1 + 1 from 11, times 7 is 14. Number of mass destruction. Now, to my knowledge, he was leaving to California to work on a film with a buddy that he met in college. His buddy, he just went and visited like a year and a half ago in Cali to be his best man when he got married. So Walt participated. He went over there for about a week, week and a half, and he did the ceremony and he came back. His friend over there always left an open house for him and said, whenever you need to come back, you're more than welcome to come visit Cali. You got home here. It's a blessing. That's a beautiful thing. But the weird coincidence about it is, not only was I walking past that rest in peace sign out front of this location, remember, Walt didn't die in front of this location. That's what you guys don't understand. When he died, I was probably 2 miles from here in his own private apartment, in his own private residence. That rest in peace sign was placed here in front of this property about 3-4 days ago. Now, Walt, I know Walt. Walt may have had little grudges. He may have got a little mad. Like, you know, me and had a little brother anger here and there. But it wasn't nothing major. He wasn't a malice, evil, angry, hurtful, envious person. He wouldn't. Maybe he might hurt a fly, but that's about it. Like, he wasn't a. I know how you see that on the news. You see it on the news. The people be like, "Oh, my baby was good. My baby didn't deserve this," and they really be gangbangers and they be chilling on the corner. And no, Walt was not about that life. Walt wasn't about that life. Walt wasn't about that life. He was not about that life. This nigga was smart. My guy was smart as hell. Like, the conversations I would hold with him, we would be just for hours and hours and hours talking. So when you know somebody like that, you know that if he knew he was leaving in 1-2 days, max, if he had a plane flight out and he knew he was leaving, supposedly the apartment he was living in, there was an altercation with the other person, another tenant, because they were using shared bathroom, shared kitchen. Walt had to, from what they told me, clean up multiple occasions, clean up after people, and I guess Walt wasn't feeling that too much, so he was telling his brother, Tay, which was the one who notified me. He was telling his brother, like, yo, Tay, you know, blah, blah, but Tay didn't think nothing of it. Tay told me because if he knew that the bull was a problem, that he would have been stretched him. But I want to know how much of that is true, because I went and I looked at the property where it happened at. The dude who lived there ain't got no memorial out front for him, no flowers, no nothing. Not to mention, there's a handicap ramp. I want to know, was this dude handicapped or did he have 2 legs and did he walk? Thirdly, I want to know, who were the witnesses that knew that the argument was about a hair in the sink? Because if both of them got killed, one was shot 9 times, the other one shot itself. Who was there to tell the truth? Who was there to tell? Because somewhere along the line, people are saying that it's because of a hair in the sink. Was there a witness that watched it go down, that watched the argument? Because I watched the news reports, and the news reports tell me that, look at Walt where, in cursive, Walt where with his W. The news reports say, what the news reports say is that the neighbors heard arguing and they were found dead. And supposedly they tried to drive my man off Walt to Temple Hospital after he had, I'm hurt to even say this, he was shot 9 times. After they drove him to the hospital, he was pronounced dead. Now, that seems too easy to take my boy out Carlitos Way style before he was about to fly out of Philly and move on with his life and work on bigger and better things. That seems like too much of it. Like, you know, most crimes, listen guys, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've been through a lot of funerals. I lost a lot of uncles, I lost a lot of friends, I lost a lot of cousins, a lot of family. I've been to funerals growing up, and it became to the point where I was numb and it was hard for me to cry. And I haven't cried since Brownie. Then I was crying over my wife, because you guys know I was going through that with my wife last month. And now that I find out it's my best friend, I'm going in dehydration mode because I'm running out of tears. I know that would not be him. He would not get himself killed. Listen, if there was an argument of some sort, I know Walt, if there was an argument and he's arguing with someone, and at that, an old head, 47, Walt was 32. So the old head was, you know, about to be 50. He was an older dude. Like, if Walt was in an argument, which I can't foresee him taking the argument that deep. If he was in an argument, he saw the boy pull out a gun, like, he was like, Poppy, no, Poppy, chill, Pop. Like, Pop, all right, Poppy, you got it. Because he fucking knew better. Like, I want to know how it played out. Like, was there like minor altercation, beef? What was in the room? The boy left, retaliated, got his gun, came back, shot him? Or was it like, it couldn't have been a full-blown argument where the dude pulls out a gun and then shoots him. Or did, I'm going to say it now, I need answers. Or did somebody come in undetected, take out Walt, then take out the other dude and place the gun in the other dude's hand? I don't want to sound like I got aluminum foil on my head, like I'm crazy. But me and him knew about things that not many people knew about. We were on a whole nother realm. We were in another dimension. Me and him were savvy of many things and powers that be in this earth. Me and Mr. Scott were savvy. We weren't dumb. We knew about a lot of stuff. And for him to get murked Like, and the thing was, like, I'm like, all right, you shoot somebody once, right? Or twice. Like, maybe I can, like, I can't understand no shooting. But let's say if it would have saved my man's life, if the boy would have, like, been in an argument with him and then shot him once or twice, maybe Walt would have had a chance to live, right? If he shot him in the leg, shot him in the arm, like a reprimandation shot or something, right? But shoot him 8 times in the chest. Like 8 wasn't fucking enough. And then shoot my man in the face, or in the head. And then, as easy as it is to get out of trouble, kill the supposed shooter. I want to know, what was this dude's mental history? That shooter. I want to know it. Was he on medication? Was he on any, like answers? I need answers. You're not just gonna sit here and close the case on the guy who just shot himself, the end. Like, I noticed they covered his news story so plain and vaguely. 2 unidentified men killed, etc. A little 30-second clip on the news, like usual when it comes to minorities. But this morning I opened up the computer to upload on the YouTube, and I see some, no offense to any of my Caucasian viewers, I love y'all, but a Caucasian girl, and the cover art, the title of the video said, "A deeper look at what happened to the body that was discovered." Like, it was a really detailed news article. They had a whole little 60-minute special. This girl was found dead in an apartment, and they did an in-depth investigation. Where's my man's in-depth investigation? Where's his in-depth investigation? Where's his justice? And I don't want to speak too soon because I haven't really got a chance to talk to his sister yet. I'm gonna go try to look for them today. I haven't got a chance to see his mom. I really, and to be honest with you, I don't feel comfortable going to the funeral. Like, I don't want to see him in open casket. I don't want to see my guy. I don't want to see my guy like that. I don't want to remember him like that. And I feel like I'm one of the main components that should be there because I was one of the ones that was always by him. Like, everybody from the block could show up, but nobody was by him like I was by him. And that's a fact. And we may have had our disagreements, man. Me and Walt, we've had 20 disagreements in life, and we stopped talking for a little bit, and bam, we get right back on it. Isn't that what brothers do? Like, brothers and sisters, right? You guys argue. I'm asking because I didn't have that growing up. I grew up in a single parent household. I didn't have brothers and sisters to socialize with, to share clothes with, to do all that cool stuff with, to talk about, to have as a best friend. That's why I always admire people who have close siblings. But the only person that I had that was like a sibling who lived literally, I lived in that room, right through this wall was my room, and this was his room. Beneath the wall, you never knew that was gonna happen. Look at it says Philadelphia in his paint. That's because that's the name that we went by, like the city in itself. See, I don't know if this is Walts. It's a Madagascar. Nah, this ain't Walts. Nah. Nope. I'm gonna leave that here because if it ain't Walt, I don't want nothing to do with it. I really wanted to see if I can take something like with his name on it. All right. Well, Shan. Other people wrote in here. Nemism. Yo, man. I just need answers. I don't believe that he got himself killed like that. I don't. He was too smart, man. Walt had his plane ticket out. He had the ticket to where he always wanted to go, Cali. Then he was gonna do what he always wanted to do, go work on a film. That ain't cool, dog. I had to do today's vlog super early. It's like 8:10 in the morning. It's probably not even 8. Cause I need to spend the rest of the day thinking. I just need to think. I need to think. 3 shots he could have came back from. It's almost like they were trying to make sure he couldn't come back from it. They were trying to make sure that he couldn't be revived. Because it's easy for someone to walk into an apartment, kill that person, and then put the gun in that person's hand and walk out of the building. Like, did they get real reports of hearing arguing, or did they just jot that down as notes? I tried talking to some of the neighbors to see if like they knew anything, but the neighbors, first of all, they're primarily Spanish speakers. Latin neighborhood. And I know I'm of Spanish descent, but my Spanish sucks. Like I can't really kick it. So I said, "Hola, tú sabes un casa de mi amigo murió." Like I knew him for 30 years. Like, you know, I'm just trying to explain. And the neighbors were like real, like they didn't want to talk to me. Like I was a stranger. Like I was a monster. Like, I was gonna rob them. They're like, oh, they pointed at a house and like they just couldn't continue with their conversation. So you know how it is when you're in the hood. Nobody wants to talk about nothing. Nobody wants to give any information. But like I genuinely want to know. Like I don't want this to be anything other than a natural occurrence. And I know being shot is never a natural occurrence. But I want to make sure that he wasn't taken out for no particular reason. Because it don't make sense. The numbers don't make sense. Like to think that I was working on a video the past 2 weeks about two twin brothers about to separate. They spent their whole life together since the womb. They separated at 15. One flying away to Louisiana, the other one staying in Philly. And then to find out that Walt had the same plane ticket out on the same day and he was gonna go to Florida, but he passes away. And me and him, I mean, we ain't look alike. Blood couldn't make us any thicker though. Like we was like twins. Like we liked all the same stuff in a weird way. We liked all the same stuff. Like I can go on and on and on. And this week, I'm gonna spend this week just remembering my bro. Like I said, I don't know if I can go to that viewing. That viewing's kind of scary to me. It's gonna be hard to put him down in the grave. Like hard. Like, but I need answers, dog. I need answers. I'm not satisfied with this at all, so I'm gonna have to play private investigator. I'm out here on the block where the incident happened at, and I'm about to go ask the neighbors if they know what happened, because I don't want to believe the news in itself. I know the news pretty much just sums things up. I believe this was the apartment. I'm about to knock. What's up, buddy? You know this is the apartment? No. Oh, you don't know? All right, thank you. Some lady just looked out the window. Maybe you can talk to her for me. She looked up right there. She probably explained to the old lady. Tell her, mi amigo got killed. I want to know, like, where was it at? That's the apartment? Is this an apartment or is that an apartment? Let me ask you a question. My buddy just got killed inside one of those houses.
That's the owner for the houses.
So which house did he get killed in?
He's the owner for the houses. Ask him.
So, all right, thank you. You want to ask him for me? Yeah. Ask him.
El amigo de él lo mataron en una de sus casas. Ahí.
Does he know what happened?
¿Usted sabe qué fue lo que pasó? He just heard that they were arguing.
But does he confirm that he did hear arguing?
So, ¿usted escuchó que estaban discutiendo?
Yo vivo en otro día.
Oh, he didn't hear.
So tell him was
nadie estaba en la casa cuando
nobody
pasó.
witnessed it?
No, el hijo mío está, pero él es disabled.
Oh, his son was in the house, but he's disabled. He just heard the shots.
And nobody witnessed it?
Nadie vio nada.
Wow.
El hijo mío estaba solo aquí abajo. Y él estaba solo.
Oh, his son is downstairs.
And ask him, is this like an open type of apartment where anybody can walk in, or is it only key only?
So, cuando entran aquí, ¿es por llave o cualquiera puede
or anybody can walk in?
No, nadie puede entrar.
¿El llave?
Yo tengo llave para abrir, pero el mío está disabled. Lo chequeo.
So tell him that I grew up with him. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, él era el mejor amigo de él. Ellos eran amigos desde pequeño.
Gracias. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So the son lives in the basement and he's disabled. He heard the shots, but they were arguing, but nobody else was there. And he said he's the only one that got keys to the house, and nobody else who ever got access to the house got keys.
Damn. Alright, so I'm still on investigation mode. Right now, I'm on the 3300 block of Waterloo. Waterloo is right behind Howard Street. So Walt was inside one of those houses. We asked the old head, like, does the front door stay open? Because I want to know, like, can random people just go in there? You know what I mean? I want to make sure my man wasn't executed, because 8 shots to the chest and 1 to the head is pure execution. That's a pure passion hit. And he said no, that he's the only one with keys to the front. So I want to know, can people go through the back? And can they do what they want to do? You know what I mean? So I'm about to check this real quick and see how easy it is to get to the back of his place. Or how easy it was. Oh yeah. Easy as ever to get to the back of where Walt was living at. And they said that a handicapped person which was the son, a wheelchair guy, was in the basement. So there's no real evidence on, like, who saw it. Supposedly their handicapped son was in the basement and he heard it, but he didn't see it. But look how easily I just walked back here. So if you wanted to do something like that, you walk back here, you hop the fence, you go inside discreetly, you do what you gotta do, you hop the fence and you leave back out. Like, I don't know, call me crazy, but I'm following my intuition here. Like, Walt, listen, he was out, dog. He was out. Walt don't care about the code. Walt don't care about Philly. He loves Philly, but he don't care about it enough to, like, ruin his whole entire life by a simple argument. I know, Walt. Like, this ain't adding up, dog. And I want more investigation on this case. Thing is that I'm just a friend, so if the family doesn't press the investigation, like, there's only but so much that I can do. And I'm a minority. Like, they're not even gonna listen to me. But that goes to show you that the entrance to Walt's crib is right there. I'm about to go count how many houses down was Walt's crib. Because if I count how many houses down, I might even be able to just look at the actual entrance from the back. So I'm gonna say his house is, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses down. So Walt's crib was 7 houses down. So technically from the back side, all we gotta do is count 7 houses. And if there's an easy entry, I mean, I don't know, dog. Like, I don't know, dog. I just been thinking, and this ain't gonna bring them back, dog, but I don't know. I need a peace of mind. It's not sitting right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm about to go look. Whatever. I'm about to go look, dog. I'm not giving up on my man. About to go see right now. Count 7 houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm about to go look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Waltz was that John right there. 7. And look how easy it is to hop over. Like, I don't know, dog. Let me get out this alley before they think that I'm some type of creep. But yo, that's all I'm saying, dog. I just want answers. I want somebody to genuinely pick this case. Like I wish we had a detective that cared to know more than just, oh, the shooter killed himself. I want to know that shooter's medical history. I want to know who is that shooter's family. I want to interview the family, figure out if that shooter, like, did he ever act like this? Like, did he have a mental disability or any anger problems, any aggression problems? Because imagine if they say, oh no, he was a nice man. Was the gun registered in his name? Did both the bullets match? What are the ballistics looking like? Does it look like one was fired first? Like, I want to know everything, dog. Like, I can't get my man back, but can I at least know? Me and Walt used to play handball in the schoolyard at Crack, dog. Like, we can't even play handball. We can't do nothing